Okay, so Blender GIS is a great way to get geospatial data into Blender quickly and easily, and just recently a new version of this add-on was released for Blender 5, so I'm going to show you how to install it and just quickly how to use it with a few tips and updates. So I'm going to go over here to the releases section. I'm going to download this version here and I'm going to save that to my disk. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load up Blender 5. And so what I can do now is I can take that zip file that I downloaded and I can just drag it into Blender, and then I can press OK to install it. That's going to install Blender GIS, and you should see a little GIS menu appearing here. Now, when I first installed this, I had to restart Blender to get it to work. So I'm going to close Blender, I'm going to launch it again, and now we should be able to use the add-on. So first of all, let's get the satellite image. Let's go to GIS, Web Geodata, and Base Map. And you can choose between these different mapping services, but I'm going to go with the default here. And you can see that what we get is a map of the world. And you can navigate this by using the scroll wheel on your mouse to zoom in and out. You can use the left mouse button to click and drag, or indeed the middle mouse button. And you can also use the plus and the minus keys on the number pad to zoom in and out. And you can also use the shortcut B in order to zoom into a specific area. So if I press B and then I select this area here, I can zoom in. The other feature that I want to show you is that you can press G to search for a specific location. I'm going to type in Innsbruck. And I'm going to set the zoom level to 15. 15 is a good level to use because it's kind of the maximum extent you can download OSM data for. So here we are, we've zoomed into Innsbruck, the tiles have loaded, and I'm just going to reposition the view slightly to the left here so that we can include this bit of mountainous terrain. And when you're happy with the view that you've chosen, you can press E to export it. And if I just use my orbit tools over here and move around, you can see that we've got a flat satellite image of that part of the world. So the next thing that we can do is we can add height data to this map. I'm going to go over to GIS, Web Geodata, and I'm going to choose Get Elevation SRTM. SRTM stands for Shuttle Radar Topography Mission. You can also use this one here, Marine Geo, which has greater coverage, but isn't quite as high quality as the SRTM. Now, in order to use the SRTM, you need an API key, because back in April 2021, their usage spiked, so they started controlling access. So you need to register for a free open topography account, and once you've registered, you can click on this button here, Request API Key. That will take you to this screen where you can select the API key here, and if you press this icon it will copy it to the clipboard. Then if you go back to Blender, we can paste that API key into the field here, press OK, and then the add-on is going to search for the height data for this part of the world. There you go, and now you can see that we've got some height data. The mountains have come in on the northwest side of the town. If I go over here to the modifiers panel, you can see that there are two modifiers. The first of which is a subdivision modifier, and you can see that it's been set to 6. Now this is just a soft limit imposed by the user interface of Blender, and if I click and drag over these, I can change them to a value of 10. And when I do that, you can see that some additional detail is revealed from the height map. So we've got our height data, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load in the OpenStreetMap data. So to do this, again, I'm going to select my terrain. I'm going to go to GIS, Web Geodata, and I'm going to choose the option Get OSM. Now I'm going to hold down Shift, I'm going to click, I'm going to drag to select all of these categories, and I'm going to choose the option Elevation from Object. And that's going to snap those data onto the surface of the terrain that we have selected. Then I'm going to press OK, and the add-on is going to query the server for the OSM data. Okay, so now we can see after a few minutes we've got our OSM data. Now, if you go over to the outliner here, you can see the names of these different categories that have been imported into the scene, and you can get rid of any that you don't want. So I'm going to get rid of a few here, just these areas, these large areas. So let's do a little bit of lighting. Let's go over to the viewport shading rendered mode. Let's go over to the render properties and select cycles as the render engine. Let's change the device from CPU to GPU. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the border between these two areas here, and I'm going to change this timeline to the shader editor. Then I'm going to change object to world, and I'm going to zoom in on my nodes here. I'm going to press Shift A, and I'm going to search for a node which is called sky. I'm going to choose the sky texture here, plug the color socket into the color socket, and there you can see that we've got a little bit of lighting on our scene. Now what you can do is you can take this elevation factor here, make it like a little bit lower, or maybe actually bring it all the way over to the other side. Put that to a value like this. We can create a kind of sunset scene on our mountains here. And you can also change the sun intensity. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to go over to my sampling here and choose denoising. What I'm going to do is next I'm going to select my buildings here, go over to the material editor, add a new material, and I'm just going to change the albedo of the base color down a bit to make those buildings a little bit darker. I'm going to click on my terrain here, and I'm just going to increase the roughness of the material on that so that it's a little bit less shiny, and that should give us a slightly more natural looking terrain. And you can play around with these values here, change the elevation, change the sunset, render it at day, render it in the night. And yeah, so this is how you can import satellite data, height data, and OSM data into Blender using Blender GIS.